Hello, welcome to part 2 video class on the chapter Acid, Bases and Salt. In this video class, I am going to discuss with you about the indicators. Earlier in the last class, I told you about natural indicators. In this video, I am going to discuss with you one of the synthetic indicator, that is phenolphthalein. Then I will be discussing the process of neutralization reaction and its application. So, first we can start with indicators. Last class I told you indicators are substances which help us to distinguish whether a given substance is an acid or a base. There I told you about natural indicators. For example, this turmeric powder, then litmus solution. All these are examples of natural indicators. Then in this video, I am going to discuss with you one of the synthetic indicator, that is phenolphthalein. The name is phenolphthalein. Actually, it is a colorless solution. So, colorless solution. When this is taken and a 1 or 2 drop of acid is added to it, there will not be any change in color. So, phenolphthalein is colorless in acidic medium. Similarly, I am taking this phenolphthalein and to this I am adding 1 or 2 drop of sodium hydroxide or base. What will happen now? It will immediately get changed into pink color. Bright pink color, you will be getting the solution. So, we can say phenolphthalein is pink in color in basic solution. So, in acidic solution it is colorless, and in basic solution it is pink in color. So, it's a method for distinguishing between acid and base. Phenolphthalein is usually man-made or synthetic, so it is also called a synthetic indicator. Methyl orange is another synthetic indicator that you will be studying in your higher classes. So, phenolphthalein is colorless in acid and it is pink in base. Base like sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, all these are pink in phenolphthalein. And acids like hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, etc. are colorless in phenolphthalein. So, this is a method to distinguish between acid and base. Then coming to the next portion, what happens when this acid and base mix together? When acid and base mix together, they will not show the property of an acid and the base. They will show a new product, or they will form a new product called salt. So, acid plus base give salt plus water. That is the product, and the name of the reaction is neutralization reaction. I told you acid is having one property and entirely different will be the property of the base. When this acid and base combine together, the product formed is called the salt, and the other side product is water, salt plus water. So, acid plus base gives salt plus water. I will give one example. Give an example for an acid. If I am saying hydrochloric acid plus, one example for a base, sodium hydroxide. I told you sodium hydroxide is a base. If these two are mixed together, they will lose their acidic or basic character and they form a neutral compound called salt. Salt plus water. So, salt is neutral, depending upon the power of this acid and base. Salt can be acidic, basic and neutral. In this case, this is neutral because hydrochloric acid is a strong acid, sodium hydroxide is a strong base. When they mix together, we will be getting neutral salt. Salt NaCl or sodium chloride plus water. So, this is an example for a neutralization reaction. Acid plus base give salt plus water. So, if I am taking, instead of hydrochloric acid, if I am taking sulfuric acid plus if I am taking calcium hydroxide in presence of sodium hydroxide, then the product will be calcium sulfate plus water. When I detail acid plus base gives salt plus water. When acid and base combine together, one of the product is salt and the other product is water. And it's an example for a neutralization reaction. What is the application of neutralization reaction in our daily life? There are many examples or many neutralization reactions taking place in and around us. For example, see, in our stomach, there is hydrochloric acid produced for digesting the food. If we are seeing some good food, or if there is more amount of hydrochloric acid is produced in our stomach, means what will happen? No, the hydrochloric acid in the excess amount, acid they may cause irritation in our stomach. So what will happen now? We will be having this acidity, we will be having pain, irritation, etc. in our stomach. So at that time what we have to do? No, we should have to reduce the effect of that acid. For reducing its effect, we will be usually taking gelusil or milk of magnesia. Milk of magnesia is magnesium hydroxide. So what we are doing? To reduce the effect of acid, we are taking base. So acid plus base give salt plus water. So that neutralization reaction will be taking place. So no more acid is there in the stomach, and we will be relieved from the excessive pain and irritation. So that is one example for a neutralization reaction. So what is neutralization reaction? Acid combines with base to give salt and water. Acid, if it is remaining inside the body, it may cause irritation, especially in the stomach while indigestion. So what will happen now? The milk of magnesia or gelusil or this antacids, we generally call them as antacids. When taken, they are bases. They will combine with the acid to give salt and water. So that effect of acid will be minimized and will be relieved from the pain. Another application is during the ant sting. When this ant bites, there is this ant bite, what will happen? You will be having an irritation on our skin. What is it? Because the ant is injecting an acid called formic acid to our body. So acid will be causing an irritation in our skin. So what will happen now? We will be having a burning pain. Similarly, if there is bee sting so what will happen now? They will be producing an acidic substances into our skin. So this will cause irritation on the surface of the skin, and we will be having burning sensation, or we will be getting pain. In order to avoid that, we should have to add some baking soda. I told you in the last class, baking soda is a base. So when we are applying this baking soda on that part, no, the acid will be getting neutralized. No more acid is there on the skin, thus the irritation or that burning pain will be reduced. So baking soda here is a base which nullifies the effect of acid. Then another application of neutralization is this fertilizers. For example, if you are using excessive amount of fertilizers in our soil, the soil becomes acidic. For the plants to grow well, the soil should be neutral. Some plants need acidic condition, some plants need neutral condition. So some plants need basic condition also. So depending upon the soil and the agriculture or the plant we are planting, we will be having different types of soil. Some soil will be acidic, some will be basic, some will be neutral. So if the soil is too acidic, plants will not be able to grow in that condition. So at that time what will we do now? We will be adding quicklime or calcium hydroxide or lime water. All these things are basic. Calcium oxide or quicklime is basic in nature. Calcium hydroxide or lime water is also basic in nature. This will be basic and they will nullify the effect of the acid in the soil. So what will happen now? Now the soil is fit for the plant to grow. Similarly, sometimes in some area the soil will be too basic. So the plant will not be able to grow in that condition. So in order to nullify that effect of the basic substances, we will be adding this organic manure or fertilizers. So what will happen now? They will increase the acidic strength of the soil and that effect will be nullified. So this is another neutralization reaction which is taking place in the soil in order to make the soil acidic, basic or neutral depending upon the condition. Another application of this neutralization reaction is in the industry. No, they will be producing a large amount of waste. This will be acidic in nature. So when this is disposed to the water directly, what will happen now? In the water, the plants and animals will not be able to live in that acidic condition. They will die and that may cause a lot of loss. So in order to avoid that, what we will be doing is this acidic waste is treated with base. So the property of that acid is nullified with the help of the base added. So the neutralization reaction will take place and the waste will be disposed to water. So it is not acidic, it is neutral or it is not basic. In both acidic and basic condition, the plants and animals will not be able to survive in water. So there also we are using the process of neutralization to dispose the waste. So all these things are some of the application of neutralization reaction in your text. Detail of it with the pH and other conditions you will be studying in your 10th standard class. So this is the basic thing about neutralization reaction. What is neutralization reaction? Reaction in which the effect of acid and base is nullified and a new product called salt and water is formed. That is called neutralization reaction. If hydrochloric acid is treated with sodium hydroxide, then sodium chloride plus water is formed, or that is nothing but a neutralization reaction. So to reduce the effect of acid and to reduce the effect of base, we will be using the process of neutralization. Some of the application of neutralization is, first one I told you, and bite, then hydrochloric acid in the stomach, and bite, hydrochloric acid in the stomach, that is indigestion. Then I told you about the waste disposal, and the last one was for the acid base and bite and indigestion, waste disposal, and the last one was the soil. I think video is useful for you. Thank you.